Welcome everyone. Today is August the 9th, 2024, and I am still working hard. I got so much stuff that needs to get planted still. I mean, there's a little bit here, but I also have this stuff here. Some eggplant up there. This stuff's all dead. That has to get composted, but I have so many projects going on, like just everything. So garden, I've got all kinds of stuff that I was started. The side of the house, I've got all my wood and like just all kinds of stuff that's on hold. Garden is first. I started to make a path so that I could easily walk through here with the garden hose and make sure everything gets a lot of water. So I'm doing the best I can, to keep all of this up, weeding. I'm trying to work hard at getting all the rocks put in there. I just planted those yesterday, I think it was. But main thing is getting everything in the buckets so it can thrive and start producing food. Then I have to worry about the rocks. That's going to keep the weeds out. It stops the sun from drying out the soil and also puts some nutrients in there, but mainly it stops the weeds. So, I've been doing this, but Hurricane Debbie is on her way. So I am just trying to get things, just prepared as much as possible. Hopefully it's just like the end part, but when I looked it up online, I'm right in the middle of the path. So isn't that lovely? So I've been taking a break from a lot of stuff, but just want to show you. You can see here, I got this much done so far. Pulled all the weeds out. I've got the weed shield down. I got buckets on top. So I've got herbs over here in the first row. Hopefully that will help keep animals and stuff away if they don't like that smell. And then I got Mariana paste tomatoes here. Oh, that's a kidney bean. And then these are peppers. Pepperoncinis are at the back. I swear I had 5, but I only found 2 with tags. So it's possible the other ones didn't have tags. I don't know. But you know what? As long as I'm getting peppers, if it gets mixed up, that's fine. So most are all bell peppers, and this is only one part of my peppers. So I started over here. Well, I have to deal with this part here. That's not too bad. Oh my goodness, there's grasshoppers everywhere, crickets everywhere. So I actually did this the other day, pulled all this out by hand. If you've seen my other videos, there used to be what looks like a tree in here. That was my lamb's quarter. It was so huge, it looked like a tree in the corner of the raised bed. So it's over on that side. But I got a lot of stuff pulled out of here. This I have to scan. For some reason, I thought, kind of look like a pepper plant. And it could be. So I want to just leave it, and then I'll scan it with my other phone that has an app. It's an old phone. I use it for Wi-Fi. There's a few things in here I have to dig out. There's mint, a beautiful, huge mint plant that's beautiful, and some chives. I don't think I have anything else in here that should be saved. So I have some more in here that I have to pull out. The back corner way over there, I actually did that whole side, and I got my potatoes in there. I just have to now do this side here. I have to take all the weeds out. And then, see, I was going to do like potatoes along here, but I just thought, you know what? I'm just going to take all that out, and I'm just going to put potatoes all along the back. Yeah, I know it's late, but, well, at least I can get there and get in the ground. So I just got to heavily pray over all this. So that's got to get done. And then I think this part here is going to be all, I'm going to do one section of all carrots and another section of onions. And then I think maybe I'm going to put green beans here so I can easily reach them. And, things are not turning out the way I was hoping and I wanted them. This screwed everything up. When my manure comes a month late, that means everything's already a month late from being planted because I had no manure to plant it in. But then on top of that, it takes time to actually take the manure and do what I need to get done with it because it is loaded with gravel rocks. So every time I shovel, I have to stop, pick all the rocks out, and then dump the shovel. Shovel, stop, pick rocks out of the manure, dump the shovel. Like, it's a bit much. I'm also not supposed to be doing lifting, bending, all that stuff. So, you know, I could work harder, but then I'd probably be in the hospital with back surgery, and I don't want that. So I'm taking my time. I'm still working hard, but just at a slow pace, and I just make sure, you know, I just take my time, and I don't overdo it, and eventually it'll get done. I mean, if I don't get my potatoes, you know, a good harvest, then I at least know a farmer over here that grows the russet potatoes that are not sprayed or anything like that, and they're just generational potatoes. So I can buy 50-pound bags of them. That's what I did last year, you know. So if that don't work out, fine. I've heard a lot of people leave their potatoes, you know, and then the next year they all come up. So, you know, if that don't work out, I'll just leave it. I mean, if it comes up next year, great. You know, I got extra bigger potatoes. So not sure about that. And then carrots and onions, I really would love to get a year's supply out of that. So I am very hopeful because I want to freeze as much onions as I can. And then carrots, I want to maybe freeze some, but for the most part, I want to can. Because I also like to can like meals in jars, I guess you'd call it. But I take like chicken or beef and you put it like one layer, and it doesn't matter, it can be in the middle, the bottom, top. So I'll put some chicken or some beef, and then some carrots. You can put green beans, peas, you can, or one or the other, a celery, potatoes, whatever you want. Put your vegetables in there and your meat, a little bit of salt, water, and then pressure can it. And then when I open it, I have ready soup. All I have to do is just reheat it, but it makes its own soup. And you just put the raw meat and the raw vegetables and you pressure can it like that with water and salt, and it's amazing. So I do want a lot of carrots for that. I want some beans. I just need everything. So I'm really behind, and I'm obviously not able to do the beautiful garden tour video that I was hoping to do, but you know, this is definitely by far better than last year. So I believe that as long as whatever you do is better than the last year, then you're improving. That's a good sign, and it's best to not get too discouraged and disappointed because you're making progress, and that is the most important thing. And then next year, I believe that I will be in a much better position to have a garden in properly, because I don't have a problem getting my seeds started, and they do amazing, but I don't have the raised beds. I didn't have any thing ready because it costs money. And then when I was able to buy that, it just never came till like a month later. So this year's been, I don't want to say like a bust, but it's been a challenge. So yeah, it's a lot. And this is why I am so far behind on videos. So I apologize, but I have a lot of videos that I have to work on once I get all this done. Once everything is planted and everything's all fixed up, so the rest of the weed shield's down, the buckets are all in rows, neat, organized, that raised bed is done, then I can focus on what's next. So bear with me. But, oh, there's my sunflowers that are starting to come up. So bear with me, but I will have some videos coming up. So I have some unboxing. One is a really awesome portable solar charger. It just fits in your hand. I wanted to use it out before I do the unboxing so I can tell you more about it. So I can explain, well, this is how it works, because if I don't use it first, then I don't really know. And so I want to give an honest opinion on it after, you know, I show you the box and the packaging and what comes with it and how it works. I want to let you know if I actually recommend it or not. So I have that coming up. I have a really awesome shirt that came in, really cool. So that one I have to do. I also have 4 jars unboxing that just came in. I have, oh yes, I have something from Scott, Rambling with the Brooms. I have to do the video for that. Let me think. I have some other stuff. And I also have more things coming that should be coming in at some point relatively soon that I'm expecting. So I do have some videos coming up for unboxings. And right now it's mostly, this is my focus. So I have like a little trail kind of that I made all the way to there so I can water my plants, and then I can come down here, water all this, and then deal with this kind of stuff here. So something that is very good to know, if you are growing anything in containers like buckets, they do not retain water. I have to water like every other day. And I mean saturate, not just a little sprinkling for a couple seconds. I need to saturate these buckets because they're just, the soil is like almost hard as a rock. It dries out very quickly. So I guess fortunately, oh wait, here's a bee. See if I can show you. Thank you for pollinating my tomato. Look at him go. See him? There we go. Isn't that pretty? I have a lot of different kind of bees here too. So I went around the back to feed the random stray cat that was in the woods. I don't really have houses here. They're just, you know, they start somewhere. People, a lot of people around here would have cats. They don't fix them. They leave them outside and then they breed. And a lot of people dump cats out here too, which is really sad. I'm right by the highway. And so I didn't know there was cats in my woods, but you know, they breed, and then you have cats that are just born in the woods. They've never had a home. They just have to eat whatever they can find. And it's a really sad life because usually they are the food. And I don't like seeing bad things happen to the animals. So the ones, every time I see them wander into my yard, I try really hard to make sure they have fresh water. I try to give them some food and shelter and make sure they're okay. It's the best I can do. Can't bring them in the house. I've done that for so many years and get them adopted, but it's hard, and then I get stuck with them, and there's only so much you can do in the house. So I told my dog, nope, you don't need any more pets. So she's a little disappointed, but it is what it is. She's gonna have to play with the one she's got. And so the new kitty that I found is beautiful. It is like a orangey, 2 different color orange and white and long hair, and it's absolutely gorgeous. And he's so sweet. I can't touch him yet, but he'll come about 1 foot from me and eat. And he talks to me. I always call him when I come out with his food to let him know I have, to come. I call him, and he comes running from the falling down garage. It's all rotted. That's where he's been staying. And he comes into the woodshed. I always feed him in there because I want him to start, going in the woodshed where it's safer, because I just built it. And it's big. It's like 16 by 16 basically. And so he comes and he talks to me and he's so cute, and he's not aggressive or mean or anything. I know he wants some love, and I know he wants to be pet and all that good stuff. He's just too scared right now. So I'm just working on making sure he knows that I'm okay and he doesn't have to worry and everything's safe. And eventually he'll, I can break him in. I've been doing this for years. So now that he's okay with eating next to me, I very lightly will pet him a little bit, and he quickly turns around like, what was that? And I just start putting a little more food in his dish and pretend I don't know what happened. And he's looking around like he can't figure out what touched him, and then he goes back to eating. So he hasn't figured out that it's me trying to pet him. But once he gets used to it, then hopefully he'll just ignore it, like, okay, well, I'm not being hurt, so whatever. And then that's how, you know, I can slowly break them in. So I just distract them with food, and then I'll pet them a little bit, and, you know, over time they get used to being touched, and hopefully, you know, I could break him in, and then it becomes easier if I find a really good home for him, that I might be able to get him into a good home at some point later on. And he's not out here. I mean, just the other day, I didn't post it, but I took a video just to show somebody, because, you know, it's just life, what I have to deal with out here. But I was walking down that bridge, or the overpass, because I saw something in the road, and I thought, well, it's probably a raccoon or something. But, you know, sometimes your first thought is, wait a minute, what if one of my pets got outside? I don't think they did, but I walked down there so I could go and check, and unfortunately it was a cat. It was not mine. Thank God for that. Oh my gosh, look at this. Can you see that? I've never seen that. I assume it's a bee, but I've never seen them walking on the ground. That is new. Wonder if I can help it. Oh my gosh, is it okay? Oh, it can fly, maybe a little bit. I don't know. Okay, well, maybe it's having some problems with its wings. That's weird. I've never seen a bee walking on the ground. They always fly. So I'm going to put him or her, I'm gonna see if I can pick it up on something and put it in. Oh my gosh, I have a green tomato. Wow. All right, let me see if I can pick it up and put it in with some flowers or something. Come on. There. Oh, come on. No, you have to stop. Okay, well, that's not gonna work. So, I mean, I'm trying, but so anyways, the cat, beautiful calico cat, not calico, tortoise, beautiful tortoise cat, and I have one, so I had to first think, but no. And the poor thing had been hit by a car, and it was dead. The jawbone was broken, sticking it. It's just no. And I felt so bad. So of course, you know, I can't just leave it there. I know most people just would, and they did. They just drive by it, but you know, it's hard. And I thought, well, the poor thing, you know, let me at least let, you know, the body die in peace a little bit. And come on. Wait. Okay. Oh, see, it's not flying. Uh-oh. Yeah, I think it's got wing problems maybe, because it can't fly. Oh, can you see it? I had it on here and I just lifted it up just lightly and it couldn't even fly. So I think it's hurt. I'm gonna try and save this bee. But yeah, poor kitty, you know. So what did I do? I picked up the dead cat that was, you know, not a good sight. And I brought it over to the grass and bushes off the side of the road and just laid it to rest there. No, I didn't dig it a grave. This is rock and clay. I can't even dig 1 inch in here. Like, I couldn't even get my address sign in the ground because it's so hard. The spike won't even go in. So, you know, the best I could do is just put it to the side of the road. I'm trying to figure out where I can help this bee. It's got to go where it needs where it can get some pollen. What a challenge. I don't want to step on it. So I'm going to have to get a bucket. That's what I'm going to do over here. I'm going to grab a bucket and get the bee in the bucket. And then I'll move the bucket where it can get some flowers or something. Now I gotta find it. So, oh, there it is. So anyways, so I moved the cat over off the road so it can, you know, at least rest in peace, I guess. And that, oh, come on, a second here. Bear with me. Try to save this bee. One thing. Oh no! Come on. There you go. Oh, okay. Oh, its wings are going. Come on. See, its wings are going, but it can't move. So I'm just going to carefully move the bucket to somewhere that has lots of flowers. Okay. Good gracious, you know, the things we do out here in the country. So Okay, I threw an apple over here. I'm gonna crack this open and that should give it some food. Oh, well that didn't work. I'm just step on it. Okay, so see there. Okay, so I'm gonna take the bee right here and I'm gonna bring it right over here and it can get some food. There we go. And it doesn't care. Okay, well, what do you do when, you know, oh, careful, come on. It just goes right over top of it. You'd think it needs some food. Don't bees like, you know, stuff like that? Come on. Well, you know, it's the best I can do. I'm sorry. I'm trying to help the bee. You know, come on, come on. So, anyways, prayers to the bee. So with the cat, I brought it to the side of the road and, you know, I put it at the side of the road. Okay, there we go. Come on. Get something to eat or drink. Oh, okay, well, I don't know if it's gonna get pollen from that flower. Okay, let me pick a flower here. There you go. Wait, want that one? That might help you. Oh. Okay, well I have a delivery here, so I'm gonna end the video, but I prayed over the, what do you call it? So I prayed over the dead cat, and now I'm trying to rescue, or help this bee, make sure it has some food and flowers. So I will see you on the next one.